one of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Cardinals on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays, because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Murray. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Murray now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right. Really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again.
And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Love now.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Love. He'll buy some time right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Buying time to his left.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Striker, 3-3. Steal. Black. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. His throw incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Josh Jacobs, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
Fight. 97. Bang.
They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Set to kick off.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away.
Well, now how about this return?
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1.
Cardinals nothing.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 18. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Blake Gillikin in punt formation.
Returnable for Watson.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
42-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
Hey guys, bunch. Empty. What you got?
Now Murray off play action. Looking middle, and that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down. 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, shit. Move. I know some. Come back.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Murray going to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to... pretty quickly. Normally you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go now.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Strike.
To throw now, here's Love. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
He finds his man, complete.
That's Jacobs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Down.
And a Packer first down.
Hut, hut.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we
A
go.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hurry,
At the
hurry.
47.
Going back to Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 79 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Ready.
Love now to pass on first down. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Pause red. Set.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Murray's throw complete to McBride.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson, 26 yards. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
First down, going to the air with Love. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
64-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Odell Beckham up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it's sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and 3.
Love from the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
Off the play fake, Love sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Devontae Wyatt. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Watson.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
So the really nice long touchdown run there last drive on 4 carries, and defensively, probably some adjustments that need to be made.
Yeah, I like that. Way to break it down.
Really dynamite dropping, right? Yeah. Captain Obvious.
But you're right about it, though, and the adjustments sometimes aren't wholesale. It isn't, hey, we got to change our defenses. Maybe you just need to play your gaps better, your assignments better. You know, maybe they're just getting beat to the punch right now. But mainly the guy in the middle, the guy's got that headset in his helmet from the defensive.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get this.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, a run with Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. Over the middle, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. On the return, Jackson. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Encroachment, defense.
Can't do that.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shit. Big ace. Bunch. Empty. What you got?
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, shit. Move. I know sauce. Come back.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule And there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt? And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
And get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Eagle blue. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and ball.
Hut, hut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Packers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.